Meow, meow. Guten Tag. Hello, welcome back to my lectures of my book, IT ERP Projects, 33 years of experience, 99 thoughts, 66 minutes to read. As always, a lecture of a chapter from a book, and afterwards explaining what was my intention when I did write it. No cut, no AI, nothing, no special effects except a virtual background. That's all. Straightforward recording. So let's see what happens. Thank you very much. Thought number 20. Don't change, widen your scope. Even though you should be open to increase the functionality, integration, or usability of a solution, don't change the scope once the project is started. Everybody tends to change or increase the project scope during the implementation phase, as we all are learning and seeing that what we originally defined is not sufficient. Changing, adjusting the scope should only be done if there is an immediate and massive business value increase, which overrules the risk of a project failure or delay. So why did I write this? I think everybody knows when we launch a project, when we make the initial plan, the first software selection, the first thought, we have our vision, have our ideas, we clarify them, we increase the team, we add stakeholders, we get more details on the solution and the way we want to deploy it, the way we want to roll it out. And once we are over this, we start to define really the project scope, our project structures, the goals, the tools we want to use, the integrations which we want to use, the external boundaries we will have, the budget we need, all this. And then, especially if it's a bigger project, a longer running project, and the stuff is new for us, we start learning during an exploration phase or an early implementation phase what the new solution is capable and what potentially in detail not. And then we think how we can increase the functionality, or we see potential benefits in adding a feature, adding a new tool, adding something fancy which we didn't thought about. And for a small moment, adding a little piece there and changing a little bit there and tweaking here can be beneficial. But very often in the early project phase, we placed the foundation for our solution, for our project. We made the structures, the boundaries. And if you start to squeeze there and add some complexity in one point and add a new tool there, it increases. It bites the foundation which we have built and makes it weaker. So if we increase the scope, the risk that our foundation or original thought get diluted is relatively high. On the other hand, we often tend, if the project goes on a longer time and we face some structural challenges, resource problems, budget problems, timeline process, to reduce the scope. There can be a possibility to save a project, but also there, if we have defined an original settings where we wanted to have a solution, putting out one piece out of a solution may have a massive rework, and building the bridge to make some smooth again is not that easy. So take your time in evaluating at the beginning of the project before you start working on it in what you need, what you want, and keep that as lean, as straightforward as possible. Make it the minimum valuable project. Really keep that small, lean, fancy, direct. Adding up, you can do once it's working, once you have deployed it. But changing on a running project things is like you want to change the wheel of a car while you're driving on the highway at 150 kilometers an hour. Maybe you can do it, I don't know. I never tried it, but it's very, very risky. Changes in the later phases of the project are very likely that you kill the project and fail. Do it diligent if you have to, maybe, but don't do it too easy. That's all I wanted to say for now. Hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Adele. Meow, meow.